At the start of every year, the same resolutions rise to the top of the list. Move more, get outside, feel better.
We also talk about tying habits together. We call it habit bundling. I often encourage people to do if they're having trouble exercising, but they like to read or watch a show. Watch your show while you're on the treadmill or the bike.
You all have been here before and you all love it. Yay!
Yay.
Many of us crave fresh air just as much as fitness.
We walk all year round.
On Cape Cod, that desire to be in touch with nature while exercising has turned into a movement.
I asked on Facebook for 5 to 10 people that might be interested in Nordic walking. Well, we have almost 4,000 now in 3 years.
Carla Fogren started the Cape Cod Nordic Walking Club in 2022 with a simple idea.
They're the ones that really make this special.
Get people moving outdoors in a way that feels accessible, social, and sustainable.
I think the youngest person we have is 21. She does it with her mom. The oldest person we have is 92. Don't judge it by age, because we have 76-year-olds doing the 9 miles. So it's just incredible, different ages, different abilities.
In just a few short years, the group has grown to thousands of members with at least 60 Nordic walks happening per month.
We have anywhere between 60 and 100 walks a month, depending on the season, all the way from perhaps Plymouth to P-Town.
So what is Nordic walking?
You would walk with them behind you as you're kind of pushing down on the straps with an open hand, and you twist a little bit so that you're engaging all 90% of your muscles.
Nordic walking uses specialized poles, similar to ski poles, to engage the upper body while walking.
What makes this special is that you're literally a 2-legged animal, right? And we turn you into a 4-legged.
We'll have another water stop in a minute.
The result is a full body workout that's low impact but highly effective.
The walks can be challenging, but it's easy in the sense that it's a really positive way to exercise.
It can improve posture, boost cardiovascular health, reduce strain on joints, and strengthen muscles.
I was having my regular mammograms done. The technician said to me one day, "Wow, you got great pectoral muscles." And I'm like, "I do?" And so she said, "Yeah, and then that's a direct benefit from Nordic walking."
What truly sets this group apart is where they walk. From beaches to forests and conservation lands, each route highlights a different side of the Cape.
It's like asking me who my favorite child is. And what we find is that you go on a walk like this and say, "Oh, this is my favorite walk." And then you go on another one, "Oh, this is my favorite walk."
One favorite is Bell's Neck in Harwich, where the host leads the group over bridges and through bogs, and the sweep makes sure no member gets left behind.
Get you moving, get you seeing some new places. There are places that I've seen that I never would have found on my own.
That same sense of outdoor exploration happens in Lincoln, Massachusetts at DeCordova Sculpture Park and Museum, one of more than 120 properties run by the trustees of reservations.
The science actually tells us that time in nature is good for you across your lifespan.
President and CEO Katie Theoharides.
We are actually the first large-scale land trust in the world and the largest conservation organization in Massachusetts. And we're focused not just on protecting land, but on connecting people to the landscapes we protect.
Set across acres of rolling landscape, DeCordova blends contemporary sculptural art with miles of walking trails.
It is 35 acres, the largest sculpture park in New England, over 60 exhibitions that change regularly.
Moko Fukuyama is inspired by the design and artistry of fishing lures.
Here, art lives outdoors.
People will come and be surprised constantly. Any time of year, they might encounter a new work that they've never seen before.
Large-scale installations rise from fields, peek through trees, and invite visitors to engage with creativity in an open, natural setting.
We really think deeply about where an artwork should be in relation to the views that surround it and the kind of ecology that connects to it.
Just off the trustees' property, the Lincoln Land Trust manages trails that weave through nature and around Flint's Pond.
It's a landscape that really was beloved by a number of early conservationists and authors, including Henry David Thoreau and Emerson.
Here, visitors can truly unplug. No screens, no rush, just movement and fresh air.
What's your advice to people who think,
It's too cold in New England for this.
Yeah, well, I think first of all, find something you love to do outside that makes you really want to go. And that can be walking with your dog, taking a friend hiking, building ice sculptures. Just find something you love and then dress warmly.
Whether it's unplugging, exercising, or getting outside, it's the community you surround yourself with that may just make that resolution stick.
Having some sort of social support and accountability is part of what we encourage people to establish as they're constructing their goals for change.
And back to the Nordic Walking Club. Before joining, you actually have to take a clinic so that you can learn all of the basics before joining.
That's important. Also, the only fee they have is $5. That's for the ID card. Other than that, everything else is free. And one important note about walking in the woods, you do need to be aware of hunting seasons and hunting regulations where you are. If it is a hunting season, be sure to wear orange out in the